Dear Chartered Accountants, working professionals, and students in the domains of Indian auditing, accounting, and the tax and regulatory space, welcome to podcast of Fca Deepak Rao, a practicing Chartered Accountant.
Daily news and updates for 18th January 2024. The National Financial Reporting Authority or NFRA is planning to directly engage audit committees of large listed companies to sensitize them about accounting standards and their role, a first of its kind regulatory outreach to curb corporate frauds. The audit regulator is firming up a mechanism to hold regular huddles with the audit committees. These committees comprise mainly independent directors and oversee the statutory audit compliance of companies. The audit committee of public interest companies could be invited by the NFRA for discussions. The idea is to ensure an effective two-way communication between the auditors and the audit committee of these companies, all through as stipulated by audit standards. Such a committee must have at least 3 directors, with the majority being independent ones. The NFRA could apprise the audit committees of the kind of questions they should regularly ask their auditors and what their expectation from the auditors should be. The outreach is the latest in a series of steps being weighed by the audit watchdog to ensure early detection of corporate fraud or stress and bolster the overall audit ecosystem. Tata Motors has opposed tax cuts on hybrid cars in India, citing their higher pollution levels compared to pure electric vehicles. The Indian government promotes electric vehicles with a 5% tax, while hybrids are taxed up to 43%. Toyota, which popularized hybrids with the Prius, has been urging India to lower taxes on hybrids, claiming they reduce carbon emissions. New age health and wellness companies are bullish on growth and hiring despite the continuing funding winter. Companies like MediBuddy, One-to-One Help, Beto, Listen, and OnSurity are adding jobs in not just product, technology, data science, but also in more specialized profiles like counseling, compliance, certification, design, and customer training. Last week, mental health startup Yamaha raised Rs 50 crore or about $6 million in a funding round led by Fireside Ventures, joining the league of Hugo Life, PSafe and WhatsApp Wellness, which have also raised funds recently. RBI proposes changes in regulations for housing finance companies or HFCs, aligning them with NBFCs. Deposit-taking HFCs must maintain liquid assets at 15% of public deposits, phased in gradually. Safe custody rules for liquid assets are also to align with NBFCs. HFCs are to be permitted to issue co-branded credit cards with commercial banks for 2 years, subject to RBI approval and subsequent review. The aim is to harmonize regulatory frameworks and enhance the financial stability of HFCs. In order to ensure uniformity and consistency in computation of concentration norms among NBFCs, RBI has decided that NBFC base layer shall put in place an internal board-approved policy for credit or investment concentration limits for both single borrower and single group of borrowers. Further, it has been clarified that to be eligible as a credit risk transfer instrument, guarantees shall be direct, explicit, irrevocable, and unconditional. India, plagued by a rising toll of road accidents, not only grapples with the tragic loss of lives but also endures a substantial blow to its economy, estimated at 3.14% of the GDP. In response to this pressing issue, Rajiv Kapoor, President of the Two-Wheeler Helmet Manufacturers Association and MD of Steelbird Helmets, has put forth a multifaceted plan aimed at mitigating both the human and economic costs associated with road accidents. A key proposal from Kapoor is the revision of the GST on helmets, urging the government to reduce the current rate of 18% to 5%. emphasizing helmets as life-saving devices, this move is deemed crucial to enhance affordability and increase overall compliance with helmet usage, particularly among the masses.
This podcast is sponsored by Sound of CA. We share because we care. Vande Mataram, Jai Hind.